MCU theory: how Nebula stole Bucky's arm. Rocket Raccoon may have finally gotten his hands on the Winter Soldier's vibranium arm in his most recent MCU appearance, all thanks to Nebula. It all started in Guardians of the Galaxy 2014, when Rocket asked Star-Lord how much he would take for his vibranium arm, and it culminated in Avengers: Infinity War, with Rocket asking Bucky Barnes how much he would take for his arm in the new film. Even though Rocket and Thor only shared a brief encounter during one of the MCU's biggest crossover events, the character is set to make an exciting return soon. As seen in the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, Mantis and Drax set out to find Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, who they decided would be thrilled to receive a gift from Kevin Bacon, one of Peter Quill's heroes. And while those two were off trying to track down the Footloose and Tremor star, Nebula was busy stumbling upon a present for another teammate that brought back hilarious flashbacks to the Infinity Saga. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss MCU theory: how Nebula stole Bucky's arm. So stay tuned to find out. Now let's start our video. Nebula joined the other Guardians and Yondu for the final scene of the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, a gift exchange on Nowhere. Even Rocket Raccoon got a present as she presented him with a package containing Bucky Barnes' vibranium left arm, an integral part of Bucky's character for the last 8 years. Even though Thanos' daughter remained as terrifying and dry as ever throughout the special, Rocket's gift meant the world to him as he spent his first on-screen Christmas with Nebula. How, though, did she manage to take Bucky's arm right out from under his nose? This article presents the most plausible explanations. Even though Nebula only visited Earth for the first time on screen in Avengers: Endgame, there is still a 5-year gap between the events of The Blip and Avengers: Endgame to account for. Since Bucky was taken prisoner at the time, she couldn't have pulled this stunt before the Winter Soldier's return. In Thor: Love and Thunder, she fought alongside the Guardians and Thor, and after she helped complete the time heist to defeat Thanos, she had a clean slate. As seen in Endgame, Karen Gillan's anti-hero established at least a working relationship with the Avengers by holding regular group calls with Black Widow, Captain Marvel, War Machine, Okoye, and her Guardians teammate Rocket. However, she definitely developed ties with some of her time heist peers throughout her time attending those sessions, in addition to learning about Earth's fallen heroes. If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Now let's continue. In this particular scenario, Nebula's best hope would be to obtain some inside knowledge from Chris Evans' portrayal of Steve Rogers, who is not only one of the most important driving factors behind the Avengers, but also Bucky Barnes' closest friend. Natasha got information about Bucky's arm from the commander of the Avengers, and then she used that information to steal Bucky's arm while he was traveling across the world. This would have likely occurred after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This gives rise to the issue of whether or not this will be handled in the upcoming Thunderbolts. Will the film begin with Bucky waking up to find that his arm has been amputated? Or possibly the Wakandans have provided the Winter Soldier with plenty of spares stored in his closet? Whether or not the present that Rocket gave them is a genuine article raises a new set of concerns and inquiries. Is it possible that Nebula might have gotten a clone of Bucky's arm, possibly one of the hypothetical spares discussed earlier? In the concept art for Thunderbolts, Bucky appears to be sporting the same arm he's ever had since the Infinity War's events. As a result, a different idea suggests that Nebula may have just stolen a good duplicate of the document. Alternately, there is a remote possibility that the events of Thunderbolts could have occurred before the holiday special. If this were the case, Bucky could have discarded his old metal limb in favor of a new one at some point during the film, freeing Nebula to carry out the robbery. It doesn't matter when or how this took place. Going ahead, it will make for a couple of intriguing and entertaining stories, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. Fans will now have to find out if Bucky Barnes has a spare arm in Thunderbolts, and what Rocket will do with this limb now that he finally gets it. Fans will also have to find out what Rocket will do with this arm now that he has it. That's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how this one was. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more like this, please consider subscribing for more. And don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.